Hi guys, I thought I'd bring you something a little bit different today, seeing as World of Tanks has introduced a slightly new game mode for at least the World Cup, seeing as that started recently. Not that anyone on World of Tanks cares too much about that, I'm sure. Not slagging you off if you do, but hey. Anyway, this game mode is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, you've got 3 T-62As per side. You can go in a platoon of 3 or into 3 randoms, but 3 randoms I imagine would be very frustrating, not being able to talk to the only other 2 guys on your team. I'm platooned here with Alienecs and FeedmyBeast, but we're going to call FeedmyBeast Julie because that is his name and he can't dispute that at all. Yeah, do not deny it. Yeah, this is our first game that we played. We were all on Skype, so we were able to talk to each other and communicate and just get on a lot better. We were working out the basics for this first game. The gun that you can see is the sport version of what you would normally get on the T-62A, and you can only fire high explosive on it, so you can't damage your enemies, and they can't damage you. As well as that, they've increased the armor values of the turret and the hull to 999 on all sides. Just so you don't end up with dead tanks, I guess. It would kind of sucked if you got killed in a football game, tanks or not. But yeah, so the gun's only uses are to track your enemies, which is fantastic, or to shoot the ball to try and get it in the reasonably the sort of right direction. Not that it really happens that way unless you know what you're doing. But yeah, fantastic game. If you haven't played it yet, I'd really recommend it, and I'd try and get into a 3-man platoon, just because I think it might be more fun, to be honest. Yeah, with that in mind, let's show you some of the more tense games. We're back again. This is the first really good game that we had. The first thing you'll notice is one of the guys, well, they're all in a clan, so they obviously all know each other, but the guy at the top here, his name was Poopy Poop Poop, which, let's be honest, is a rather entertaining name. So, yeah, that was quite funny at the beginning of the game. As you saw then, the football just went flying up into the air. I didn't see what happened there, but yeah, every now and again it would just go flying off up in a random direction. There's a collection of being smacked by, what, 40 odd ton tanks, maybe more. Somebody will correct me. Probably Alienecs when he looks at this and goes, "God, what are you talking about?" Anyway, yeah, this was a great game. Yeah. So we've managed to get into the corner. We've decided that, as you probably saw in the first game, that it was better to keep 2 guys up front, attacking the ball, and then 1 back to react to anything if anything comes back. Plus, if you score, it means you have a defender immediately as well. I can't remember whether you'll have seen it in the previous clip, but if you don't, you'll definitely see it in this one. But if you don't have anybody up front, then or back defending when you score, then bad things will happen. But yeah, my amazing driving there has meant that the ball has got through there, and we're on the back foot. All 3 of their players are up front. We're chatting through. Well, I say chatting. We were more screeching at each other and going. Well, I say screeching. Bad. So. How about yelling? That's manly. Yelling at each other down Skype at what to do. And it goes over the top of my turret. We try and turn around and react, and Craig gets stuck on a tracked enemy, and it's in. The first goal of the game. But a defenders, so I stick the pedal to the medal, if that's the saying. Again, somebody will correct me and call me a moron. But yeah, I'm up front, I take a shot into the tracks, which doesn't do anything, and I drive it straight into their goal. But if you look back again, there's nobody defending, and the ball starts rolling towards the goal, and it's another goal in like the course of a minute or something. So the ball drops back in, and I'm right up at the centre middle. So centre middle. What's that called? I don't know. I haven't played football in many a moon. Middle bit. We'll call it that. That's a technical term, right? Yeah. So jostling around for position. Tank tracks getting thrown off left, right, and centre. Which is a good thing about these. They've able to track your opponents, and it only lasting 3 or 4 seconds or so. As you can see at the mini at the bottom here, we went pretty trolly. So we've got a repair kit each, and we've all got what are they? Speed governors, removed speed governors, and the Lend-Lease oil as well. Just to give yourself a little bit more speed and manoeuvrability. I was a bit stupid here, and I came forward. I thought it would be a good idea, but it's evidently not. They've got through. Poopy poop poop. Hello to you if you're watching this video, which is unlikely, but hey, anyway. Shout out to that guy. He's through on goal, and Julie gets tracked. It is Julie. Do not deny it. Of course he's Julie. Julie throws himself in. I managed to get in front of the goal, so I can defend it from there. Julie throws himself at the ball and tries to keep it off from keep Poopy Poop Poop from throwing it out. I'm sorry, I love that name. Alienecs throws himself as well, and I'm looking around to see where the third guy's gone, but there he is. Go for that guy. It was a bit of a bad shot. I was aiming for the front axle on his right, but he turned his hull, and I hit his lower glacis, and of course you don't do damage. So tracks a guy there. The ball's stuck in the corner. You get that a lot. It gets stuck in the corner, and just nothing really happens for a while. Not sure what happened there. You seem to be able to only hit the football in sniper mode. It's incredibly difficult to do, or it might be a bug, possibly. I don't know. It's difficult to do out of sniper mode, but you saw there. I don't know. I was in sniper mode, definitely on the ball. Missed anyway. Definitely down to my incompetence, Alienecs will say. Yeah, so we've managed to get it start moving back towards their goal again, and got it out of that corner finally, sort of, and just got it into the side of the pitch, moved up a bit. On the clock there, it's only 1:40 left to go. Really flashy end to this game. Like the middle there, when 3 goals scored in almost as many seconds it felt when playing it. But yeah, we're all the way up the front there. If you can see on the minimap, we're racing forward. I think it's, yeah, Alienecs is throwing himself forward, and it's in the middle. So it's 2-2, we've equalised. We're up for a win here. And I'm hanging back just to make sure, and Julie throws himself out and I shoot him. Which is quite easy to do, especially when you're not really proper concentrating. But yeah, the repair time doesn't matter too much. It can be crucial, but so Julie and Alienecs have managed to get it up forward towards their goal, and it's gone in again, and that's the 3 goals. That's our win, 3-2. I think that was a really good game. I'll see you in the next one. Not sure what happened again then. Again, it keeps telling me about space. I'll try and edit it out as best I can. Yeah. So we're starting to push it up. Again, I've gone forward. Alienecs is our defender, but saw a bit of an opportunity to come in and help me. So Julie's heading towards the centre. I'm going down the flank. I've tried to block this guy off by just ramming into his sides. So he's off for a second. I head for the goal, make sure that that's covered before they manage to get in a shot in. I track that guy, seeing as, you know, if you've got a shot, then you may as well track somebody. And I just, what I was doing there, I don't know, but yeah, I managed to knock it in the wrong direction. But all 3 of them are ahead, and what you learnt from last game is you shouldn't have all 3 guys up front unless you really need to. So we're on the offensive again. The ball's bouncing up towards their goal. In fact, yeah, there it goes, straight in. Julie's straight on the ball. He's hung back watching Alienecs score himself a goal. Julie gets tracked, but he manages to knock it back in for with his upper glacis. Alienecs overshoots a bit, but he backs into them and gets it tracked. I track one of their guys to use him as a shield almost to knock the ball back towards them. Track another guy, the ball's bouncing off, very much in their half. Julie's gone in, and goal! Julie scores, and we head back in. We've knocked it back in. Alienecs is immediately on the ball. I managed to bounce it back in after being shot in from one of their guys. I back off to give my platoon mates a little bit of space. Track another guy again. And it's into the corner, so it'll take a little while to get it out from there, I believe. As it always does. But they've backed off a little bit, so it's not as if they're just ramming it into the corners at all. Yeah, here it comes out. Out it comes. Craig's on the... Alienecs is on the ball. I come in, make sure it's blocked. Alienecs gets tracked. Bounces off of me. But I managed to get out behind it before they can shoot it forward at all or knock it forward. Again, bounces over one of their guys. And he's just got it trapped up against the side. Julie's throwing himself in to make sure that they don't move any forward. I track the guy coming in into the side, trying to get at Julie. And it's squeezed out from in between of them. And it's bounced into the middle. I go in and track one of their guys. Alienecs throws himself in, and there's a little bit of boffing the crap out of each other there. And it's through. I try and drop back, try and get it into the corner with a shot, but I'm still reloading. He's knocked it in. He gets tracked by one of the other guys, and it's going in. So you know, I'm just like, right, I'll take it from here. I throw myself at the ball, try and get behind it, try and shoot it forward, but I've misplaced it. So I stop, realise that I'm going backwards, track that guy, and they're all behind the ball now. Bounces off of Alienecs' front, and he throws himself in. That guy there is driving backwards, so I know I've got quicker than him. Plus, I've tracked him. Try and get him to stop it from going into the corner, but it doesn't really work. It ends up in the corner anyway. Bounces back in over us, though. Julie's behind me. And it's all a bit of a pile-up here. I'm trying to get it back towards their goal so we get a win. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. Can it happen? Will we get a win? Oh, it's through and goal! 4, 3, 2... Ah, not quite. That was even more tense than the last. I will see you in the third replay. Right, this is the third and final replay. This is the third time I've tried to record it now, so I'm going to start it a little bit in to try and reduce the size of the file, because otherwise it just stops recording and then deletes the file. It's just, it's not cool. So we'll start it from here. Again, I haven't watched this through, only to a certain point, so I'll only know as much as you do. So yeah, they've just managed to knock it over me, and I managed to just shoot it in completely the wrong direction. So here we go. They're 1-0 up. Sorry, there isn't much foreplay, but hey. But yeah. So I go and I take it in, but I managed to overshoot. So their defender managed to get in behind it. Yeah, it goes out wide. Alienecs is back though, thankfully, to defend it. Knocks it out wide. I knock that defender off. Try and get that guy, but I didn't lead it enough, so it didn't go in. He overshoots though, thankfully, and Alienecs manages to bounce it back into the middle of the field. I go to shoot it out, but Julie manages to ram me, and it throws my shot off, and they're going in. So I go to shoot it, but there's not much really you can do at that point. So Alienecs has wisely decided that actually we're not going to get anywhere from that. So he was waiting in the middle for the wall to respawn, if you like, and he manages to get all the way up to the other end and go. Now, is it a consolation, or are we going to get that with that? So I go to track that the defender on the opposite side, but I hit the other guy's gun, but I track him anyway after reloading. And I get these two guys out. I ran one of them out of the way, and then I managed to take the axle from the other guy. Rusik F. Yeah. So it's back in our half again. Julie and I are out tracking enemies, and Alienecs is trying to push it forward into a more helpful position. Comes back towards me. I shoot it against his lower glaciers, manage to bash it out into the middle of the field, and I think they're going to score their third goal from there. It's going to be a win. But he overshoots it like I did, and we get it start rolling back towards their goal. And this is as far as I've seen it, so from this point it's all new to me. I shoot against that guy. I miss and hit his back. He's very pockmarked along the back from all the shots he's taken. I track this guy. He's tracked by somebody else as well, I think. It must have been Julie. Julie goes around it, tries to get it back in, but he knocks it against the wall. And at this point, we're thinking, yeah, we've decided that actually they're probably. So I'm going to. We call it cheesing it, but if you get two tanks and ram it against the side of the wall, then you can hold it in place, and it just means that the ball can't go anywhere, and essentially you keep the score until the timer runs out, and then you just get the win. But we managed to get this out of them, knock it out, and there's only a minute 14 left to go, so can we score an equaliser? So we're heading back. I go wide to make sure I'm in a good position to defend, and I've overshot it again. But he's going for goal. Is he going to get it in? No! Julie throws himself in and he blocks it off. 50 seconds left. Are we going to manage to get it back in? 45 seconds. We need to get it right up towards them. So I go to track that guy, but I must have hit his main thing, so I ram him instead. 37 seconds left. Are we going to get there? It's going back. Are we going to get there? Oh, 24 seconds. Goal! Equalised! They must have been so trolled at that point. They must have been feeling real hurt from that. 15 seconds left. All we need to do is keep it at this end of the field. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. I'll catch you again soon.